Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Wednesday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. I wanted to talk about one of my favorite bands that I've really discovered in the last couple of years. And no, it's not the Beatles. No, it's not Deep Purple. It's Blue Oyster Cult. Great American rock band. And I just wanted to show you the albums that I have in my collection, talk a little bit about each album, talk about the band members and that type of thing, and just have a lot of fun doing that and discovering, if you don't know these guys already, one of the great American rock bands from the late 60s and still growing current today. Before we get into it though, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collections. Because of you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your wonderful, wonderful comments that keep me going, keep me motivated to do this kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So again, Blue Oyster Cult, great American rock band formed in 1969 from New York. Sold over 25 million albums worldwide, 7 million in the States alone. 15 studio albums. Now, I don't have all the studio albums. I'm missing, I think, 6 studio albums, but I have their first and also have their last and everything in between. I got big hits like The Reaper and Burning for You and Godzilla, just hit after hit after hit. Great combination of hard rock, some psychedelic rock, early forms of heavy metal. You can group them in with Deep Purple and Black Sabbath and Uriah Heep and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, these early bands that formed the early stages of heavy metal. Original existing members still going today, Donald Buck Dharma Roser, and he plays lead guitars and lead vocals, and Eric Bloom, lead vocals and guitar. These are the stays of the band. Original members, Alan Lanier on keyboards and rhythm guitar, Joe Bouchard on bass vocals and guitar, and bass and vocals, and Albert Bouchard on drums. Their current lineup today still includes Eric Bloom and Buck Dharma, but they've got Danny Miranda on bass, Richie Castellano, an amazing keyboardist, guitarist, lead guitarist as well, and vocalist, and Jules Rodino on drums. So their current lineup, just as good, I feel, as the original lineup for sure. I do have their debut album here, 1972 release. Great album. It's on the Columbia label, and that original symbol has stayed ever since. And the original lineup, of course, it wasn't an immediate success when it first came out, but then once people started to get to know it, and then they finally charted at 172 of the Billboard's 200. It's got elements of psychedelic rock and heavy metal and hard rock in there. You've got tracks like Trans Malacan MC, I'm on the Land but Ain't No Sheep, Then Came the Last Days of Me, Stairway to the Stars, Before the Kiss or Red Cap, Screams, She's Beautiful as a Foot, Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll, great track, Worships of the Telescopes and Redeemed, and this remastered also features Donovan's Monkey, What is Quicksand, A Fact About Sneakers, and Betty Lou's Got a New Pair of Shoes. They're all demos on this one. But Buck Dharma says on this one, our first record stands as a mark of what Blue Oyster would become. So again, that was just the early beginnings of what would become a super successful band. So it's a great debut album. Really good. Their second, this is Tyranny and Mutation. Again, with the original lineup. 1973 release, 122nd on the Billboard's 200. Black Ice Dog was a song written by Patti Smith, who would be kind of part of the band for the first little while. She wrote a lot of tracks for the band, also sang on a couple of tracks as well. And the song Red and Black refers to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And this is basically a band that's really ahead of their time. You got the first half, the Black, you got Red and the Black, ODs on Life Itself, Hot Rails to Hell, Screaming Disbusters, then you have the Red, Baby Ice Dog, Wings Wetted Down, Teen Archer, Mr. the Salmon Salt, Quick Time Girl. Then there's, again, 4 bonus tracks on this one. Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll, which is a live version. Buck's Boogie, which is a studio version. 7 Screaming Disbusters, which is live, and ODs on Life Itself, which is live. Fantastic, fantastic album. Really, really good. Their 3rd studio album, which is, sorry, I'm getting my notes all mixed up here. Secret Treaties, 1974 release. And then in Melody Maker in 1975, they called this the top rock album of all time during that time. But unfortunately, or ironically, Buck Dharma didn't have any lead vocals on this album, and the band didn't write any of the tracks, but it became one of their best albums. Patti Smith wrote a lot of the tracks on this one, and Murray Krugman and Sandy Perlman, the producers, wrote a lot of their tracks as well. So I don't know what was going on, why the band itself wasn't writing, but still a fantastic, fantastic album. So you got Career of Evil, Subhuman, Dominance and Submission, ME 262, Cagey Cretins, Harvester's Vies, Flaming Telepaths, and Astronomy. And then again, this one has 4 bonus tracks. Berman, The Chauffeur, Mummy, actually 5 bonus tracks. Mesdames, Sarat, Born to be Wild, single B-side, and Career of Evil, single version. Fantastic 3rd album by the band. Then you got their 4th album, Agents of Fortune, one of my favorites. If you want to get into Blue Oyster Cult, I would suggest getting into this one here. It's their most commercially successful album, I believe. It's got the big hit Don't Fear the Reaper on it, and a minor hit, This Ain't the Summer of Love. The album itself hit number 29 of the Billboard's 200. From start to finish, it's a great, great album. Patti Smith again sings vocals on The Revenge of Vera Gemini. But yeah, great, great album. Their 4th studio album, released in 1976. Then you got their 5th studio album. This is Spectres. Again, on that Columbia label. This one doesn't have the symbol on it, which is weird, but anyway. So 1977 release. Godzilla was the big hit off of this one. Other great tracks, Going Through the Motions, I Love the Night, Death Valley Nights, Nosferatu is on here as well. And then there's some bonus tracks, Night Flyer, Dial In for Murder, Please Hold, and Be My Baby. Great, great album. Love it. Sorry for the glare. These are all been remastered as well. And there's 6th studio album. This is Mirrors. Fantastic. There's the symbol there. It's back. 1979 release. Some great tracks on this one, like this title track, Mirrors in the Mean Crazy. You're Not the One I Was Looking For. Another great album in Mirrors. Their 6th studio album, 1979 release. And then you've got their 7th studio album. Another favorite of mine. This is Cultosaurus erectus. Love that cover as well. 7th studio album, released in 1980. It's a heavier sound than Mirrors or a lot of their earlier stuff. Martin Birch produced the album. He worked with bands like Deep Purple and Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden, so he brought that heavy sound of those bands into Blue Oyster Cult. You get great tracks like Fallen Angel, Deadline, Here's Johnny. And on this tour, promoting the album, they toured as part of Black and Blue tour with Black Sabbath. Hence the name, Black Sabbath, Blue Oyster Cult. So they toured promoting this album during that year, and I also have a live album with most of those songs from that tour as well. But a great album, again on the Columbia label. Next, the 8th studio album, Fire in the Unknown Origin. Another favorite. There's that symbol again. Produced again by Martin Birch, who's a big hit, Burning for You. It's a highest charting album as well. Hit number 24 in the Billboard's 200. Would also be the final lineup of the band, as the band fired Albert Bouchard halfway through the tour of the Black and Blue tour. They would have to bring in a roadie to complete the rest of the tour on this one, but this is a great album. You've got Fire of the Unknown Origin, Burning for You, Veteran of the Psychic War, Soul Survivor, Heavy Metal, The Black and Silver, Vengeance, The Pact, After Dark, Joan Crawford, and Don't Turn Your Back. Great album. I'm missing their next 6 studio albums. Revenge by Night, which is 1983, Club Ninja, 1985, Imaginos, 1988, Heaven Forbid, 1998, and Curse of the Hidden Mirror in 2001. I'm missing those ones. I haven't seen them out in the when I'm digging. Haven't come across any of them, but I'll keep an eye out for them. So they wouldn't release another album from 2001. They came out with this one here in 2020. This is The Symbol Remains the Same. There's that classic symbol again. This is a remarkable album and a remarkable comeback for the band. 2020 release. Again, their first studio album is 2001. Also featuring the recording debut by new members, drummer Julio Rodino and guitarist and vocalist Richie Castellano. And the first not to include Alan Lanier, who had passed away in 2013. But it's a fantastic album. It is so good. It sounds amazing. And all the songs are fresh and new. It's a cool picture of the recording. Yeah, it's... Richie Castellano is a fantastic singer and amazing lead player. So it just adds that third guitar to the mix. He is featured lead on quite a few of the tracks. So it starts off with This Was Me, Box in My Head, Tainted Blood, Nightmare Epiphany, Epiphany, wow, Nightmare Epiphany, Edge of the World, The Machine, Train True, The Return of Saint Cecilia, Stand and Flight. Stand and Fight. Man, my words are just messed up. I need more coffee. Florida Man, which is a cool track. The Alchemist, another cool track. Secret Road, There's a Crime and a Fight. So produced by Eric Bloom, Buck Dharma, and Richie Castellano. Amazing album. Definitely one to get. And really loving that one. And that's it for the studio albums that I have. I do have, this is Extraterrestrial Live. This was part of the Black and Bluer tour, 1982 release. Again, halfway through this, they fired Albert Bouchard, the drummer, and then he was replaced with the roadie, Richie Downey, to complete the tour. But great live album. And of course all their hits on this one as well. You got Cities on Flame, Hot Rails to Hell, The Red and Black, Dominance and Submission, Don't Fear the Reaper, ETI, Extraterrestrial Intelligence, Godzilla, Dr. Music, Black Blade, Joan Crawford, Burning for You, Veteran of the Psychic Wars, and Roadhouse Blues. They do a cool version of Roadhouse Blues. Great double album. There's the band there. And happy to have this in my collection. These guys live are so good. Part of that part of this is it, no, sorry, it's not that one. So this is a cool live album, and I also have this one here, live at the Rock of Ages Festival, July 30th, 2016. This one features not only the song lineup, but it also features a DVD of live performances. The lineup's a little different, but this one features the main lineup of the current lineup with Richie Castellano in it. So this ain't the Summer of Love, Golden Age of Leather, Burning for You, Out on Life Itself, Harvest Moon, ME 262, Bucks Boogie, Lips on the Hill. Then came The Last Days of May, Godzilla, and Don't Fear the Reaper. That's the live lineup. And then the DVD itself, which is cool. I love watching that one. Golden Age of Leather, Burning for You, Out on Life Itself, Harvest Moon, ME 262, Bucks Boogie, Lips on the Hills. Then came The Last Days of May, Godzilla, and Don't Fear the Reaper. So it's a fantastic live album. So it's cool to have two different live albums, one with the original lineup and one with the current lineup. I love that. And just to hear the difference between the two. And there's Richie Castellano there. Great player, great singer, fantastic. He really brings that shred to lead to the band, but great live album. So there you have it, guys. There's a look at one of my favorite bands. Again, I wish I had those 6 other studio albums, but I just wanted to do this and show you guys some love for this wonderful band. If you don't know them, definitely check them out, and enjoy. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the day. Talk to you again soon. Bye now.